Shalom is following Yeshua. Welcome again to the Rock. I also have little... What's your name?
Tootie and Chubby.
The Tootie and Chubby here. They are changing the chickens' bedding right now. But the question I had for today is, what are you doing to get yourself more prepared or more self-sufficient? So I was just going to show a little bit of what we are doing today. Right now, so here are the ones that we hatched. They come out here and throw them in one of the gardens, and then they'll go through the gardens and eat some of the food. So some of these are like this one right here. That's like a barred rock, Rhode Island red. This one right here. These we know are cinnamon queen mixes. These two look like cinnamon queen Rhode Island red mixes, or something else. This one I have no clue. Actually, I really have no clue about any of them. I just know that one has barred rock in it. All right, look at this. This stuff is making it through the winter. It's cilantro that volunteered itself from last year, and because the temperatures, we've had freezes, it's cilantro mixed with a mustard or something like that. And we have these things growing throughout all of our gardens right now still. Some of the stuff has died back, not all of it. Also right now, here are some goji berries. These are 4 goji berries that we separated the roots from last year, propagated them, and planted them. So we've gone from 2 goji berry plants to we have 1, 2, 3 planted in the soil, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8 goji berries. As you can see, they're still doing pretty well. Well, that's a weed. So they're still doing well. They just died back. So this one even still has a leaf on it. They just died back. Some they'll be back. Here's another one that's got a leaf on it. And also right now we have these tires, and you see that tire right there, it's got mint in it. And then we have a tire here. And we have all these tires here. Some have mint, chocolate mint, spearmint, and peppermint. So we're gonna do a little bit of propagation with those as well. Also right here, next year we're gonna be growing all different types of herbs, from the toothache plant, feverfew, gosh, I can't even remember what kind. So we have 3, 4, 8, and then I'm doing 4 more tires up there. And this is going to be our little herb section where we're growing all different types of herbs for different types of things. So this is all mint right here. But I wanted to show you, we're going to propagate, I think we're propagating. Oh yeah, we're propagating these. I think we're propagating these. I think it's these I'm supposed to be doing. Anyways, so you can see all the mint that's in here right now. Hasn't truly died back yet. Right there is lemon balm. And we have sage. I think that's oregano. And then we have chives right there. So these are the things that I'm doing today to continue to work towards self-sufficiency. So I'm just going to dig in here a little bit. And once you find one of those small little roots like that, that's the mint. And mint is extremely invasive. So once you plant it and it gets established, it'll just spread. This all started from one seed. One seed, I believe, 2 years ago. And this is what we have now. So all I'm going to do is find... so you want to make sure the piece that you have, I don't know if you can see it. You see the little roots right there? I'll just follow that in. Break it off, and you can see that it has roots. I'm gonna break this one. Actually, I'll plant this one whole. And then I need one more. One more. Oh, that's a good piece. See the roots? So these two, oh yeah, that's a spearmint, I think. I think it's wait, that's a spearmint. So we're gonna I'm gonna propagate those, plant those in 2 of those tires that you saw where the chickens were, and we'll have 2 more beds of mint. Right here is I believe this is a sweet mint. And as you can see, it's grown outside of my, this is all, and I look at the soil that it's growing in. Mint will grow anywhere. So it's growing underneath this barrier that I had and into our walkway, and it's growing through these rocks. Look at that. So that's, I mean, an easy way, and mint has many different nutrients and things like that that are excellent for your body. So mint's a great thing that you can throw in a garden and grow, and once it gets established, it'll do 99% of the work by itself. I mean, even when I don't water it in the dead of summer, it'll survive. Here we have Jerusalem artichokes that I'm planting. These are all the things that I'm doing right now to continue in self-sufficiency, to continue in the preparation of what is coming, to continue in producing food. So today, obviously, our concern is food. That should be your concern, food. How are you going to get regular food? So as you can see, those are already finished, where the leaves are. I have 5 rows, I think, there, and then I have a row here, I have a row there. You can see this row I'm doing here. And where I am getting my artichokes from are from my old garden that I grew them in last year and had an abundance. Let's see what we got. Oh, you see we got some right there. Let's just dig. I pulled some up from here yesterday. Oh, look at this. Look at that. These are from the plant that I pulled up yesterday. And even these are perfect seed artichokes. Perfect seed artichokes. That'll produce you an abundance of food. I planted 2 rows with 1 plant already. And this is the same plant that I planted those 2 rows with. And I'm still pulling up artichokes from that 1 plant. Again, if you are interested in these, send me an email and how many you would want, and we can talk about a price. You can get some seed artichokes yourself. So I'll take these right here. All these cedars, I call them cedars. The big ones we'll eat. Okay, see them right there. So you can see the mint coming underneath the logs. Yeah, that's what mint will do. So our nutrition, our health is vitally important to me. So there's this trench right here. I'll just knock some soil in. There's one right there, one right there. I'll put one there, and there. And there. Sorry for the shaking, it's hard to do both things at the same time. Okay? And then I have this hay that my goats have, defecated on, and for my goat pen, that's, the hay that you use in their pen. And I'll just cover the artichoke up really good, especially because it's still winter. But what this does, from my studies, is it'll help the artichoke get used to its new environment. Even though it's not going to be doing any growing right now. And you don't want your artichokes to freeze, but this will help the artichoke. The artichoke still is, in a sense, alive, so it'll still absorb from the soil. Even though it's not growing, it'll still absorb and get itself used to the new growing medium area, even though this is the same area, same type of soil, just 10 feet away, or maybe 20 feet away. See, by doing this, I am preserving my family, myself. I am putting back, whether you understand it or not, I'm actually putting back food. This is one of the ways that I have food storage. I let the ground store it for me. And then next year, when the temperatures rise to what you know, the size is good enough, it'll grow by itself. It'll grow by itself. So that's one of the important things about this. So those are just some of the things that I'm doing today to make sure that food-wise we have plenty to eat, that our animals are taken care of, that my family will have the herbs and the nutrients for whatever we may have. You know, the toothache plant is a wonderful plant to have. Wonderful plant to have. I'll be preparing the main garden soon. Well, one of the main gardens. I say one of the main gardens. But as you can see, there still is growth in this garden. Even so much to the fact that, let me show you this. And this is one of the things that I'm doing this year. I'm overwintering a lot of my beets. So I didn't pull them up because we're using these for beet greens. We're not using these for the beet itself. So these are specifically for beet greens. We love beet greens here, but you can see the beet. That's the beet right there, that big root. And as you can see, it's already growing from the beet. So next year, and I did pile a bunch of leaves to keep it more warm. Next year, these beets, this one hasn't started producing it, but the beet's still alive. So you can see, look at this one right here. All the little growth that's coming off that monstrous beet. So all these are going to be beet greens for us to eat next year. Beet greens are I mean, very nutrient dense. Beets themselves, you know, most root crops are very nutrient dense. We still have mustards growing from the border of the garden. This is Swiss chard, and again, I did the same thing. I just, and if you don't know, beets and Swiss chards are basically from the same family. That's why their leaves look the same. So the Swiss chard stalk looks very similar to the beet stalk. And in fact, the greens coming off of it look the same. And beets and Swiss chards are biennial, so they only go to seed every 2 years. So this is their second year for those plants. And then here we got garlic. This is how, and this is what I've been working on today to get my gardens ready. I'm putting some of my chicken manure in here already. Putting nutrients into the soil. And then over here, same thing. These are all Swiss chard stalks. Swiss chard stalk. Those are Swiss chards. And I just buried them literally in hay and let them come through the hay because the hay keeps them warm over the winter. So those freezing temperatures don't kill them, but it'll go more into a dormant state for it to come back next year. So while you have the time, if you can, do something every single day that's going to push you towards the goal, hopefully, of self-sufficiency, of producing your own, because that's going to be one of the most fundamental skills that we're going to have to know and learn right now is how to produce our own, not how to rely on everybody else. You see stores, I can't remember what country it was in, where the stores were literally empty. Literally, the shelves were literally empty of food. You don't want that crisis coming here, and whether we want it or not, it is coming. So the best thing you can do is get yourself ready. This is what I'm doing today. It's nice and early. And maybe I'll do that for the next couple of days. I'll show you just little things that you can do to prepare yourself, whether you have a large backyard, small backyard, no backyard. We're going to talk about little things that you can do to get yourself ready, because everyone's talking about this week is going to be hellfire and brimstone, and it looks like it's going to be. It could be. And I'm not even focused just about this week. I'm focused over the next year. All right. Bless y'all. Have a blessed second day. Shalom.